secret. So I have heard of quite a lot of people that, for instance, go to Bombay looking as though they're not caring. And they go and they say, "Can I have a front seat?" It's the point that what goes on is that we individualize this or personalize it. Longing happens, of course longing happens, but there is no one that can do anything about that longing. What the mind does is it gets hold of that longing and turns it into a search for an object that is longed for. That's the difficulty. That's the struggle. There's the treadmill. You're back on the treadmill of trying to get or find an object that is somewhere else. There isn't anything that's somewhere else. This is all there is.
Right, but if the longing has integrity, it'll burn through all of that obscuration of the mind, wouldn't it? I mean, Adyashanti today said that all he cared about was enlightenment. He had to know when he was 19 years old. I don't think his experience subsequent to that would have happened if he hadn't had that incredible, deep desire to know, that yearning. So all I'm saying is that depth of yearning seems fundamental.
For some people and for others not. There are many people that have awoken without even being able to spell the word enlightenment. You know, what happened with Adyashanti happened with Adyashanti. That is what arose. What is arising right at this moment is that that is standing there. And it's interesting that that divine puppet is standing there, hearing that there is nothing that can be done. It's all over. There is no one. Isn't that wonderful? It's all over.
That's great. That's what I needed to hear. Thank you.
Hi.
Yeah.
I sat down. I came up to talk and then sat down because of the seriousness of that question. And then I sat down and realized that my question is also serious.
Serious?
Serious.
Oh.
Why? So I got back up.
So, do I need to look serious as well?
Why do you shop for shoes if you can't choose?
Why
do you shop for shoes if you're not choosing?
Why do I shop for shoes?
And I'm asking, the serious part of that is truly trying to get into your world. I think I understand the idea.
Yeah, okay, so you never will get into my world because I don't have a world. I don't have a life. There's nobody here. There's nothing here. There's nobody here living a life. There's nobody that goes to buy shoes. Buying shoes and choosing shoes simply happens. And funnily enough, that's what exactly happens everywhere else. It's the thing that overlays that is the idea that you're out there buying them. There's no one that's ever bought any shoes.
Hi, Tony. And now I have another question based on that. Don't divine puppets buy shoes?
Don't buy puppets buy shoes.
No, divine puppets. Don't divine puppets buy shoes?
Well, they appear to, but the hypnotic dream or the idea is that the puppet thinks it's a person and that it thinks it has its own volition, that it can bring about things or create things or find something that's over there or over there, be it shoes or enlightenment. That's the dream.
Okay, but as a divine puppet, I mean, I'm not choosing the shoes, but they're being bought by this body and mind. Like I'm not choosing the shoes, but it seems to me they're being bought by this body and mind.
That's what appears to be happening, yes.
Right, okay. Okay.
I'm now going to deliver the next bombshell. Although it appears to be happening, in reality, nothing is happening. No thing is happening. This is no thing happening. It's fun, isn't it?
It makes no sense.
No, Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
This is absolutely not about anything sensible. We're talking here about a total mystery, which is beyond comprehension. So minds in this room are really either trying to sort this out or are trying to dismiss it totally. Many people will walk out of here and dismiss this totally because the mind really doesn't like this. This is the frightening bit for the mind.
Well,
The mind loves all the ideas of being in presence and meditating and being still and being open and dropping masks. That's something that you think you can do.
Right. I'd like to ask another question, if I may. Willingness.
Willingness.
So you said something about if there's a willingness for it to be heard. I thought I heard you say that.
No, I don't think you did. You've got the wrong book there. That's somebody else.
Like who? It occurs to me who's got the willingness, or who's,
No one.
I get that. It's like who's making the choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Tony. It seems to me that there should actually be nothing to this.
Well, you can sit down now.
Yeah. I mean, really, if there's only awareness, if there's only oneness, then that's all there is. And perhaps if you're very, very slow, you might have to see
You won't
I'm
ever
at a
see.
loss for words, too.
You won't ever see.
Yeah.
You can never see this.
Yeah.
It is seen. Actually, really, seeing is happening there, but you think you are seeing. You think you're seeing this.
Yeah.
Seeing is simply happening. There is seeing. There is hearing. It's happening, but it's happening to no one. There is no one in this room who is seeing or hearing this.
How does it happen that there could be seeing, apparent seeing by no one, that this background illumination, this clarity, how does that happen?
It just happens. It simply happens. All that's happening here is confusion is meeting clarity. It's nothing to do with this. There is simply clarity. And clarity meets confusion. All you're doing is speaking to yourself. What you're doing is talking to yourself. Mm-hmm. Behind that confusion is utter clarity. Sitting in this room, there is utter clarity, the knowing that all there is this. But overlaying that, or trying to get in the way of that, is the idea that you don't get it. Mm-hmm. The only thing different about you and me is that you think you don't get it. The only other difference between you and me is there's no one here, and there apparently is someone there. Mm-hmm. You own something. I've lost everything.
Yeah.
You own something called you. That's all. It's simply an illusion that drops away, and there is this.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing as we speak that I'll stop in a sec. That the mind is wasting its time and everyone else's time.
Well, the mind is being
Really?
minding. The mind is oneness minding.
Uh-huh.
It's the game. The oneness loves the game of looking for itself. Have you noticed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's around everywhere. Oneness is looking for itself. And it has the fun of confusing itself in order that... It's like God playing hide and seek, and he plays it so well that he can't find himself. But it doesn't matter, because being asleep and being awake are the same thing. It is simply being. How the whole mind's idea is that we must be awake, I must be awake. But who can be awake? Being asleep and being awake are the same thing.
Thank you, Tony.
So you're saying anything that apparently goes through this mind.